You saw the game revealed during opening night live, but now it's time to dig into the gameplay and see what Gravhounds is all about. Joining me in the studio are Josh and Scott, the developers behind Gravhounds. Guys, welcome and thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us. We're excited to be here.
All right, now before we jump into the gameplay, I wanted to give you the opportunity to sort of give us the elevator pitch. What is Gravhounds?
Sure. So Gravhounds is a 1 to 4 player cooperative action experience where you play as a working dog in space that is stranded far from home and trying to find your way back.
All right, and is there like any inspiration from the game, like any games that you sort of like pulled pieces from to?
I mean, I think, we just wanted to create a fun, chaotic co-op experience that you could sit down and enjoy with friends. And it was a lot of like different ideas that came from people across our team. So we're like a little small, tight-knit indie team. There's 7 of us, and we just kind of jam out on different ideas and develop the game from there.
Now, you said this is a co-op sort of action shooter game. How many players can you have on your squad?
So it's up to 4 players. Really, yeah, that's what it's designed for. Is it like really comes into its own in a co-op experience, but you can play from anywhere 1 to 4.
All right, so as long as you have 4 people, you can have your pack all together. Now, we do have some exclusive gameplay footage of the game that we'll show that right now, and then I'll sort of toss it to you guys. Walk us through what we're looking at here.
Yeah, so this is early in a session, so we have just dropped down onto the surface of a planet, and we are starting to lay out our base of operations around our dropship. So what you see here is we're building out pipeline. Pipeline extends out from our dropship, and it provides power to these little nodes or sockets that you see here. And this is kind of like our build grid for the base that we're going to build around our operations on the planet. So here you see Finn has just picked up a build kit, and the first thing he's going to build is the fabricator. And the fabricator is kind of like a factory in a box. This is how we build all the other build kits that you'll use to construct things like turrets and generators and other buildings as you're setting up your base on the planet. But before we can build anything from the fabricator, we need to collect some resources. So as we visit each one of these planets, we're coming down to the surface to pick up resources to help us on our journey home. And so these play a role in our metagame and our progression, but they also provide us with build credits within the session, which we can then spend to buy build kits at the fabricator.
All right. Also, I'm really impressed by the movement. It seems like these dogs are very well equipped with different gadgets and booster packs and things like that. Can you walk me through some of the tools that you can use?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of mobility in our game. So we really wanted movement to feel fast and fluid. So it's like fun to move around the environment and get from place to place. So each one of the Gravhounds has a booster rig that they can use to move laterally, move quickly in response to threats. They can also use their jump jets to jump and hover in the environment. And so there's a lot of verticality in the play as well. So here you just saw the player there just grabbed their first reward pod. So reward pods come down throughout the course of each match. The first one provides you with your weapon for the match, and you get a choice between a couple of different weapons there.
Very cool. What sort of weapons can players get their hands on? I'm assuming some ARs, SMGs, more heavy weaponry as well?
There's a pulse rifle, sniper. You can play with a grenade launcher. You love the sniper, though.
I love it. Yeah, that's my weapon for sure.
Yeah. And so each time you're coming down to the surface of the planet, you have like a central objective that you need to accomplish. We call that the job. And that's what you need to do before you can launch your ship back into orbit. And so in this case, the Gravhounds have come down to connect to a fuel pump and get enough fuel that they can make a jump to the next system. And here that fuel pump has come under attack.
And obviously, yeah, the wildlife is not too pleased with you taking all their resources. So what sort of enemies can we expect? Obviously, there's like some smaller ads here. Like, are there bigger boss fights that'll sort of approach as the level progresses?
Exactly. You'll see a little bit in a moment, but here's an example of a wave of the smaller guys like coming on, and then later on you'll start to get larger and larger enemies, and we got some big scary boss guys coming in a little later on.
All right. Now walk me through some of the characters in the game. Obviously, there's different Gravhounds that you can play as. Do they play differently? Do they sort of have the same skill sets, or how does that work?
So each of the Gravhounds has a unique ability that they can use. And so, for example, you might see Dozer is digging down and planting bone bombs, and those are like proximity mines that he can use to protect his territory. Celine has her fetch ability that she throws a frisbee out and she can like go and grab it and cover long distances. In the trailer that we showed tonight, we saw Finn using his play dead ability. So like all of these are influenced by the personalities of the dogs, and they give them a little bit of differentiation, but it's not like a class-based shooter. Like everybody can build things, everybody can use all the same weapons. It's just something that gives them a little bit of personality.
Gotcha. And there is a way to the self-revive apparently as well. You saw that little doll version of the...
Yeah, so whenever you die, you turn into a little stuffy version of yourself, and you need returned to the collector or dropship in order to revive. And you've got a little bit of control while you're the little stuffy. You can kind of roll and try and get yourself onto a pipeline to get back. Or you look out for a friend to kind of throw you in, pick you up and launch you.
Oh, if I'm playing this with my friends, they're going to launch me in the opposite direction.
Oh, yeah.
Make it hard.
That happens a lot. Yeah, actually, there's, you use the grav beam to pick things up in the game, and that's something you can use to pick up resources. You can pick up enemies and throw them against trees or rocks. You can pick up things and throw them at enemies, turn them into weapons. And obviously, you can pick up your teammates when they need reviving, but you can also just pick up any one of the Gravhounds and yeet them across the map. Like, and that's something we took out at one point because we were like, this might be too trolly, but that's kind of the fun of the game. Like the game is all about just getting together with friends. It's a PvE experience. Like, let's get together, have a chaotic fun time, and sometimes trolling your friends is where the fun is had.
Yeah, is that sort of like y'all's target audience for this game? Like, what sort of what player is sort of the archetype that would love Gravhounds?
Yeah, I mean, this is like for a group of co-op centric players, that want to have fun with friends and don't want to take things too seriously. Like, it's every time you're going down, you're having to deal with like increasing pressure and things that are just spinning out of control, and that's half the fun of the experience.
Yeah, but of course you could also play this single player, like if you don't have a consistent group of friends to play with, or if you're more of a lone wolf, if you will, or a lone dog, if you will. You can still play it all in single player as well, correct?
Yep. Yeah, and we've got very different players on the team, very different styles of players, and I think the game really appeals to like everything from sort of kind of casual to more serious shooters that we have on the team. So
does the game difficulty sort of adjust based on how many players you have in a squad?
Definitely, there's a bunch of things that will change depending on how many players are on there. So you'll be facing like larger hordes of enemies when you have more players, and the credits that you receive from gathering resources, those are all split between your team. So if you're playing as a single player, you kind of have the same amount of currency to spend, so you can build more as an individual player.
Very cool. Yeah, again, I'm loving the movement. It looks so fluid. I cannot wait to try it out for myself. Speaking of, when can players get their hands on Gravhounds?
Yeah, so we're going to be entering into early access later this year on Steam as well as Xbox. So that's Xbox on PC, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. We're also going to be available day one on Xbox Game Pass.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we're really excited about that.
Now, for the early access or sort of like play tests, how can players sign up for that?
Yeah, so I mean, the first thing is like right now, if people want to do what they can to help us out as a small indie team, is like go find this on your platform of choice, wish list the game. You have no idea how much it helps us out. But yeah, we have playtests that are going to be happening as well.
Yeah, if you just head to the Steam page and there should be a wish list and a sign up for the playtest there. And then on Xbox, you can go to the Insider Hub and request access there.
All right. Well, Josh, Scott, thank you guys so much for being here. Is there anything else you want to say to fans of Gravhounds before we let you go?
No, I just look forward to seeing everybody's reaction to the game. This is something that our team has been working on, with love for years now. So it's just so exciting to be able to reveal it here for the first time on Opening Night Live.
All right, well, guys, thank you so much. That's all the time we have. Thank you for coming by and showing us the game. Gravhounds looks awesome. I can't wait to try it out with my friends. Thank you so much for watching, and we got a ton more Gamescom coming up, so don't go anywhere.